You wake up to a world that is perfectly prepared for you, and you are not supposed to be there. The road beneath your feet is smooth and silent. The buildings stand upright with their windows intact. The traffic lights still blink on schedule, and yet there is no traffic, no voices, no footsteps behind the next corner. The premise lands fast. What if there are no humans? Not after an apocalypse with ruins and bones. Not after a war with smoke. But a planet where humanity simply never existed, and Earth kept going without ever learning the word for itself. At first it feels like the calm people always fantasize about when they are exhausted by crowds. Because without humans there is no shouting, no deadlines, no screens buzzing with rage. But the calm is not comfort. It is absence, and absence has weight. The first turn is the shock of how quickly nature takes what is left unattended. Because even without humans, there are still human-shaped things in this story. Empty cities, roads, ports, power plants, satellites still tracing invisible lines in the sky. This is not a pure Earth. It is an Earth where the architecture of a species exists without the species. Vines pull at concrete like fingers. Salt eats steel. Birds nest inside office towers because they are the tallest cliffs available. Wolves and deer drift through suburbs because the lawns have turned into meadows and the fences are just thin suggestions. Rivers reclaim their curves where channels were forced straight. The world does not celebrate the absence of humans. It simply reorganizes round it, the way a body reroutes blood round a scar. The second turn arrives with the unsettling fact that without humans, the planet is both healthier and harsher. The air is cleaner, the oceans are quieter, the nights are darker, and yet death is everywhere because nature is not kind. It is balanced. Predators hunt because they must. Storms tear forests apart because weather is not moral. Diseases spread because ecosystems do not ask permission. Without humans, the world does not become a peaceful garden. It becomes a vast, efficient machine that runs on hunger and chance. And then the next turn hits. The climate is different, not because humans never emitted carbon, but because humans never engineered stability. There are no dams to tame rivers, no fire suppression to change forests, no farms to replace wildlands with monocultures. Fire becomes a regular architect. Floodplains breathe the way they were designed to. Coasts shift freely. The planet is more alive in its movement, more honest in its violence. In this world, the great empires of Earth are not nations but species. And colonies become cities that sprawl beneath the soil like underground civilizations of scent and chemistry. Coral reefs become libraries of structure, growing and evolving with slow intelligence written in calcium. Whales become nomads whose songs map oceans the way humans mapped highways. Elephants carry memory across continents, shaping migration routes like living history. Birds stitch the sky with seasonal patterns that never got disrupted by glass towers and light pollution. The planet has civilizations, just not human ones, and they are built from instinct, tradition, and survival instead of text and steel. Another turn arrives from above, the night skies. Different, without humans. There is no artificial glow, no radio noise, no constant chatter. The universe feels closer because the darkness is clean. Meteors cut the sky like sparks from a hidden forge. The Milky Way looks like a wound of light across the black, and the stars feel less like decoration and more like watchers. Somewhere out there, signals still pass through space, but none originate here. Earth is quiet on the cosmic scale, and that quiet has consequences. If other intelligences exist, this planet does not announce itself. It does not advertise. It does not argue. It does not beg. It simply exists, a blue-green world running its ancient program. That is when the dark twist begins. Without humans, the planet never develops a moral language. There is no concept of rights, no concept of cruelty, no concept of mercy as a principle. There is care, yes, in social species, in pack behavior, in parental protection. But there is no universal ethics, no attempt to apply compassion beyond kin or tribe. Nature does not need philosophy to function. And that means something frightening. All the human ideas that people argue about, justice, equality, dignity, progress, are not laws of the universe. They are inventions, fragile and rare. Something that existed only because a certain kind of mind evolved and decided to fight its own instincts. In this world, that mind never appears, and the planet does not miss it the way a story would. The next turn is the haunting one. Without humans, there is no one to witness beauty and call it beauty. A sunrise still happens. A waterfall still roars. A wolf still howls into a moonlit valley. But there is no poem, no painting, no song recorded in a way that outlives the singer. Beauty exists, but it is not curated into meaning. It is simply part of the machine. That absence makes the world feel both pure and empty, because it reveals a truth people hate admitting. The universe does not require an audience. The forests do not need applause. The oceans do not need to be understood. They are not waiting for us. They never were. Another turn, sharper, without humans. There is no global crisis narrative, but there is also no global defense. Asteroids still pass close. Supervolcanoes still sleep under mountains. Pandemics still rise and fall through animal populations. When the big disasters come, the planet absorbs them the way it always has, through mass death and slow recovery. There is no technology to deflect a rock, no medicine to dampen a plague, no coordinated response to keep millions alive. Life continues, but it continues by replacing itself. And then the reflective ending lands, the aha that turns the whole what-if into a mirror. A world without humans is not heaven and it is not hell. It is a world without responsibility. It is a world where nothing is accountable. Because accountability is a human idea. Humanity's greatest sin was not existing. It was forgetting that its power came with duty. Humanity's greatest gift was not technology. It was the possibility of choosing restraint, of extending compassion beyond instinct, of protecting what could not speak in our language. If humans never existed, the planet would still be beautiful, still be brutal, still be alive. But it would never produce the strange, difficult concept of care as a rule. And that makes the real question sting. If the universe does not need humans, then humans are not here because we are necessary. We are here because we happened. And if we happened, then what we choose to do with that accident is the only thing that gives it meaning. If you want more cinematic what-if stories that strip humanity out of the picture to reveal what was always hiding underneath, like, and subscribe, and comment what you want next. If humans never existed, what part of the world would you miss most? And what would you be relieved to see disappear?